motherfucker?
Hold up, I hope y'all watching this shit.
First round, real quick.
People that are in those training rooms with him know how good he is.
Because he just knocks dudes out real quick in the first round.
Yeah, but now we're gonna get a good. I might fuck with this guy. He just, to me, I thought he was a con artist, just based off his look.
They're at edge.
Holy shit! What the hell just happened?
What's up, motherfuckers? Welcome to GSR Gonzo'S Sports Room, Monday, November 11th, 2021. Got a big show planned today. We'll recap week 9 of the NFL yesterday. Had some crazy games yesterday, some big upsets. So we'll get into that. Got Monday Night Football tonight. We'll talk some of that. We'll talk about our show that we done last night at WCWO. In Indianapolis, the live professional wrestling show we streamed last night. If you missed that, go check that out. It was if you're a pro wrestling fan, it was a great show last night, so go check that out. You can find that on our YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch pages. Good. All right, before we get started, don't forget we're live Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern with Easy Money, a sports betting show. Come join us. We're giving out winners. We're also live Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern with GSR Gonzo'S Sports Room. It's our sports talk show. We talk NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball, college basketball, about any sport. Hey, if there's live sports going on, we're usually talking about it. We cover a lot of UFC. We go do live watch-alongs for about every UFC pay-per-view. So if you're new to the show, you can go check those out on our YouTube page as well. While you're over there, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell so you get notifications of when we're live and you'll never miss anything. Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all at Gonzo'S Sports Room. That's where we post all the information about our shows. We post our daily picks for Easy Money, a sports betting show on there. We post all of our interview announcements. We done 4 interviews last week. All them interviews you can find on our YouTube or Facebook pages. We interviewed Mike Lee and Big Pete from WCWO. Mike Lee is the one that was putting on the show yesterday. That show that we done yesterday there was a charity show. All door proceeds went to veterans. All door proceeds went to the HVAF, helping veterans and families. They do a lot here in the local area for veterans. So yesterday's show was for a good cause as well. We also interviewed last week. We had pro wrestler Luke Savage came in for an interview. Pro wrestler Savior came in for an interview. We had Mike King on. We've had Roger Little on with Terry. So we got some more interviews coming up here real soon. So keep your eye on our social media for some announcements about future shows. But all right, let's go ahead and jump into today's show. All right, let's jump into the NFL. Kind of recap what happened yesterday. The Kansas City Chiefs defeated the Green Bay Packers 13-7. Of course, the Packers were playing without Aaron Rodgers. Media's been burying Aaron Rodgers all week because they say that he lied about being vaccinated. He said he was immunized, but he took something different. He didn't take the NFL deems. Well, he took the NFL don't deem to be vaccinated, so he gets treated as an unvaccinated player, and he had to. He missed last game. He'll be back next week. But the Chiefs' offense is struggling bad. Patrick Mahomes just hasn't been in rhythm for some reason this year. I think a lot of it is play calling. You got to get back to running the ball. They became too one-dimensional, and teams know that. So teams drop back in that too deep safety and basically dare them to run the ball, and they don't run the ball. Packers defense played good yesterday. Offense couldn't get nothing going. Of course, didn't have Aaron Rodgers. had Jordan Love, and Jordan Love just isn't ready yet. Then you had the Cardinals at the 49ers. The Cardinals just rout the 49ers 31-17 to improve to 8-1. They're looking Cardinals are looking like they might be the best team in the league if they can stay healthy, and Kyler Murray can keep playing at the level he's playing. Their defense is playing decent. They're going to be a tough out in the NFC. In the NFC this year, the 49ers they have to get something going on offense. It hasn't mattered who the quarterback is. They haven't been able to get much going offensively yet, and their defense just isn't as good as they were in the last couple of years. Yeah, I mean, 49ers defense isn't playing as well. But the Cardinals, like I said, are looking like they're the best team in the league. You have the Tennessee Titans at the Rams. Titans defeat the Rams 21-16 without Derrick Henry, who they've lost for the season. And a lot of people thought that with them losing Derrick Henry that the Titans were going to be out of it. But they came up with a big win against the Rams, who have looked like one of the better teams in the leagues. And going into yesterday, Matt Stafford had a bad game yesterday, threw some picks. Rams offense was only able to score 16 points, which is way below their average of what they usually score. So you have to give the Titans defense some credit because they were able to make Matthew Stafford uncomfortable and force him into making some errors. And the offense was and you have to give the offense some credit too, because the offense was able to, without Derrick Henry, was able to score some points, and that's going to be. But that was what everybody was afraid of. So Titans improved to 7-2 on the season. All right. Thursday night, you had the Jets and Colts. Colts won 45-30. The game wasn't even that close as that, but Jets quarterback White got hurt, so they ended up was basically playing with their third-string quarterback most of that game. All right, yesterday the Giants defeat the Raiders 23-16. Giants get a big win. Giants are a team that if they can get healthy, I think are a pretty good team. What's been hurting them is not being able to stay healthy. Saquon can't stay healthy. Hell, Jones was hurt for a while. Some of the receivers was hurt. They're starting to get healthy, and I think Judge is his culture is starting to pay off there, I think. And I think the Giants are going to end up being a good team here real soon. The Raiders, man, they're just so up and down. There's times their offense looks like their offense looks like one of the best offenses in the league, and they'll score 35, 40 points a game, and then they have a game like this where they score 16 against the Giants team that you would think they would be able to score points on, because it's not like the Giants, are world beaters on defense. Falcons defeat the Saints 27-25. Matt Ryan had a good game yesterday, and the Falcons are right, they're right there in the NFC, and especially the last few weeks they're starting to play better. If their defense can step up a little bit, Falcons can be a tough out as well in the NFC. Saints have to figure out what they're going to do at quarterback and be able so they can get some more. They're going to have to start committing to running the ball more. Or somehow they got to get the ball in Kamara's hand, either in space by a little screen or something, and try to take advantage of that. Because you don't have Michael Thomas no more. You don't have Drew Brees no more. You don't have Jameis Winston no more because he's hurt. So you're starting either Trevor Siemian or Taysom Hill. I think Simeon's the better option, but we'll see what the Saints end up doing there. And then the big shocker to me this weekend was the Jacksonville Jaguars defeating the Buffalo Bills. But not just defeating them, but the way they did it. Jacksonville won 9-6. The Bills who have one of the best offenses in the league, averaging over 30 points a game, scored 6 points. How the hell does that happen? I haven't got to watch that game back yet, or or watched many of the highlights in that game yet because, like I said, we were in Indy yesterday. When these games were going on, we was there setting up, and then we went live. And then by the time I got home and stuff, it was late, and I had to set the room back up, so I haven't got a chance to watch a lot of the games from yesterday yet. But to only score 6 points against the Jacksonville Jaguars, 6 points. I mean, I don't know how that happens. That's a terrible, terrible outing for the Bills. The Browns just roll over the Bengals, 41-16. Baker Mayfield Baker Mayfield had a game yesterday. He came out and played good. But that's one thing Baker does. When his back is against the wall and everybody's counting him out, that's when he thrives. That's when he plays his best. Mayfield was 14 of 21, 218 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Chubb rushed for 140 yards. Bengals defense just couldn't do much against the Browns' offense. Patriots defeat the Panthers 24-6. Panthers are just, I don't know. They got Sam Darnold hasn't looked good the last couple of games. You get McCaffrey back, and you only score 6 points. Patriots, I mean, they're not flashy, they're not great, but they're a gritty team that can keep games close and be in games. They by the end of the season, especially. Yeah, if Patriots can stay healthy, I mean, they can be a tough out just because if they was able to get in the playoffs, because they're just a balanced team. They're not great at one part, but they're pretty good at all parts of the game. And another big surprise yesterday, the Denver Broncos 30-16 over the Cowboys, and this game wasn't even that close. It was like 26-0 at one point, 25-0 at one point, something like that. The Broncos just put it on the Cowboys. Cowboys offense couldn't get anything going. Prescott, first game back, just couldn't get no rhythm. Broncos defense done a great job of keeping him out of rhythm, keeping him uncomfortable. And the Broncos get a big win at 30-16. Ravens defeat the Vikings 34-31. This was a crazy game because, I mean, this game was when, at one point, the Vikings was up by like 10 to 12 points. Then it was tied. And then the Ravens ended up winning, able to get a field goal in overtime. That was one of the better games yesterday, but from what I've seen, was the Vikings and the Ravens. Texans out the Dolphins. Dolphins win 17-9. This is a game I had wrong. I thought the Texans would beat the Dolphins yesterday. The Texans just couldn't get anything going on offense. I thought with Tyrod Taylor, they might be able to get a little more going. Against the Dolphins defense, that hadn't looked good. But Dolphins come away with the win yesterday. Then you had the Chargers at the Eagles. Okay, then you had the Chargers at the Eagles. The Chargers won 27-24. Chargers defense has to start playing a little better, and the offense can be a little more efficient. The Eagles aren't a great team, but they play tough, they play hard, and they hang around in some games. And they had chances yesterday to win that game. We talked about that. And then tonight, Monday Night Football. You have the Chicago Bears at the Pittsburgh Steelers. This game starts at 8:15 tonight. Steelers are like 7-point favorites. I think the Steelers will win this game, but I can't lay the 7 with the way the Steelers' offense has been playing. They're just not the same offense that they have been. They go through spurts where they struggle scoring. I mean, last week it was 15. Yeah, last week it was 15-10 was the score of their game. They have decent defense. They have But the Steelers are another one of them teams. They're pretty balanced, but they're not great on either side of the ball. The Bears, they need to get rid of Matt Nagy. I've said this a million times. I think Matt Nagy is terrible. And until the Bears get rid of him, I think they're going to continue to struggle. And hopefully they get rid of him before he runs another quarterback. Another young quarterback, I should say, because he already run Mitchell Trubisky. And then now, don't let him run Fields. That'd be a shame if you let him. If he gets to run another young quarterback, another young talent that looks like he has a promising career in the, you know what I mean, like a promising career in the NFL, and to get run because you got a coach that don't know what the hell he's doing, and he's supposed to be this offensive guru. You know what I mean? He's supposed to be this offensive guru guy, but you show me the quarterback that he's succeeded with. Trubisky at first, hell, they had a good year. Then they get beat in the playoff off a field goal that was double doinked. And then all they do that whole offseason is talk about that. And instead of working on improving your quarterback, all you're worried about is this kicker shit. And I don't know. I don't think Matt Nagy's the guy. I really don't. Titans get their fifth straight win yesterday with that victory over the over the Rams. But yeah, Titans had a pick six. Rams just it wasn't Matt Stafford's day. Put it that way. But yeah, Monday Night Football night. I think the Steelers win the game. Me personally, I wouldn't lay the 7. I do like the under in this game. It was under 39.5. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get into that real quick. Picks I gave out yesterday, or not yesterday, earlier today on the Easy Money, a sports betting show. In the NBA tonight, I like the Brooklyn Nets money line, the Denver Nuggets money line, the Golden State Warriors money line, the Phoenix Suns money line, the New York Knicks money line, and then I like the Pittsburgh and Chicago under 39.5 tonight on Monday Night Football. I think it's going to be a low-scoring defensive game. Neither one of these offenses have elite passing games or have elite running back. I would give the Steelers probably the advantage on the running back with Harris, but if you can't block for him, if your offensive line can't get off the ball and block for him, your running back isn't going to have that big of a night. That's just, it don't matter who the running back is. If you're not blocking for him properly, it has no bearing on how good he is if you can't get off the line and get some kind of a push. But man, I've seen like 3 different pick sixes on highlights from yesterday. All right. I've been seeing a lot about who's the best team in the NFL. I think the best team, even I know they got beat yesterday, but I like I think the Rams and the Bucks for me are probably the top 2 in the NFC. In the AFC, I would say I'd say Buffalo and Tennessee probably are the top 2 or the top teams in the AFC right now that you got to worry about. I think the Colts have a lot of potential. I think the Colts are way better than our record. We could easily have only 1 or 2 losses on the entire season if the ball would have bounced this way or that way, or if our coach would have made a different decision, or if we could have just made one more play. I mean, we were right there. I mean, I think maybe one game we've got blown out this year. All of our games have been close games. They need to get, in my opinion, they need to get another receiver because Pittman's stepping up and playing well, but with Hilton out, we need another receiver to help free Pittman up some because now the defense is just focusing in on him, and somebody else is going to have to step up, or we need to make a trade before the deadline and get somebody because especially if Hilton isn't going to be back, which I'm not sure if he is or isn't. I haven't heard, but he could. You know what I mean? Also, we had a big UFC over the weekend. That was a good card, good pay-per-view. You had Covington versus Usman 2. I thought Covington won the fight. They gave it to Usman by unanimous decision. One dumbass judge somehow had it 49-46, which I don't understand. I don't know how anybody could watch that fight and tell me that Usman won that fight 49-46. I mean, you're pretty biased if you. Yeah, you're pretty damn biased if you can say that. But no, Usman Covington was good. I thought Covington won the fight. The co-main event with Namajunas and Zhang was a good one. I thought Zhang won that fight. It was close. Gaethje beats Chandler. Edgar was beating Vera the whole fight, and then there, I don't know, a minute or so into the third round, ends up getting TKO'd. Yeah, Edgar, especially at 40, he looked good. Corntillo and Burgos was good. It was just all around good card, really. It was didn't watch a whole lot of the prelims, but the prelims had a good card. You had a bare knuckle this weekend. You had Canelo fought Saturday night against Plant. Canelo won that. You had a lot of guys in the prelims of the UFC that were making their UFC debut. All right, let's move on. That was NFL. Yeah, yesterday you had one of the rare occurrences that a defensive player, got an interception that had the same name as the quarterback. So yesterday, Josh Allen picked Josh Allen. So that was something that you don't see very often. Okay. No, NFL Sunday was pretty crazy yesterday. You had a lot of upsets. I didn't do very good in my picks yesterday. I know that, but I don't think anybody did because it was a hard week to try to break down games and decide who was going to do what. But all right, I want to thank everybody for joining us. Don't forget we're live Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern with Easy Money, a sports betting show. We're also live Monday, Wednesday, Friday with GSR Gonzo'S Sports Room. at 1 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. You can find GSR Gonzo'S Sports Room and Easy Money, a sports betting show in podcast form on Apple Podcasts, Anchor Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. Most places you listen to podcasts, you can find us. Follow us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all at Gonzo'S Sports Room. That's where we post everything about our shows. We post our daily picks for Easy Money, a sports betting show on there. We post any announcements for shows, big interview announcements, anything like that. All goes to our social media. So follow us on social media so you don't miss any of that. Check out our YouTube page. Got a lot of content on there. We have three pro wrestling shows that we've live streamed from and done commentary for on there. We have a lot of UFC watch-alongs and stuff on there. We have all of our GSRs, Easy Money, all that. Hit that subscribe button. Also hit that bell so you get notifications of when we are live. We greatly appreciate that. We appreciate all the support. Hope you guys are having a great Monday. We'll be back tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern, with Easy Money, a sports betting show. We'll talk some bets, and we'll make some money. All right, everybody. Hope everybody has a great day. See you guys tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Don't forget, check out our live stream from yesterday, WCWO Heroes Helping Heroes. You can find that on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Go check that out. It was an awesome show last night. If you're a pro wrestling fan, you'll like it. Have a great Monday. Stay safe. Peace.